Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I will say thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Eka Budiarto with my team that consists of Nur Intan Kusuma, Nur Iza, Nurul Aktifa. We are from Universitas Muhammadiyah Pekajangan, Pekalongan. And now I want to explain about our research that the title is Quasi-Experimental Study, Economic Burden Management of Family Caregivers of Schizophrenia Patients in Tidal Flood Areas on Self-Efficacy. For this presentation, the concepts of outline are introduction, and the second about the purpose of my research and the method, and the next is findings and discussion, and the final aspect is implication. For the first about the introduction for our research, as we know that the increasing prevalence of schizophrenia is followed by a higher burden of care. For example, patients with schizophrenia experience reduced productivity and require caregivers all along their lives. For the economic aspect, but schizophrenia patient or caregiver experience economic instability that is considered to be a burden in care. Tidal flood, the burden is felt to be higher due to tidal flooding because people living in tidal flood areas lose their resource of livelihood. For example, for the burden, especially for the family caregiver of schizophrenia who live in tidal flood area, the economic burden of caring for schizophrenia is considered quite high. The economic aspect, the economic burden management training is a solution for the family caregiver of schizophrenia that will help the family's economic stability in managing family revenues and expenses so that the family's economic resources can be sufficient in providing their care for schizophrenia. The purpose of this research is of this study was to determine the effect of the economic burden management on the self-efficacy of family caregiver of patients with schizophrenia. The method in this research used the quasi-experiment with control group, with the control and the intervention group. Each group was 43 respondents detected by using purposive sampling, and the intervention group was given economic burden management training, and the data used the self-efficacy questionnaire, and the data analyzed used the independent test. The finding for this research that the economy burden management in family caregiver of patients with schizophrenia affects self-efficacy with the p-value 0.001, and the increasing of self-efficacy after being given economic burden management training is supported by increased the knowledge and skill of family caregivers in managing family economic resources as an indicator of self-competence. Self-efficacy in care means that effort by caregivers in overcoming challenges in patient care activities, especially the care of patients with schizophrenia, which is accompanied by high burden. Previous research explained that the impact of knowledge change on family caregiver of schizophrenia can increase the self-efficacy. The economic burden management training by managing the income and utilization of family economic resources, the training successfully improved the knowledge and skill of the family caregiver of patients with schizophrenia. The implication from this research, increasing self-efficacy encourages family caregivers to cope with the problems they face. The adequacy of knowledge and the skill of family caregiver leads to positive self-perception so as to increase self-confidence in caring for patient schizophrenia. I think that's all. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.